Where is life leading you? If you were to listen to your heart, the signs from your spirit guides and angels, the challenges that you face, your intuition, your guides are whispering through every person, song, quote, dream, story, leading you out of turmoil towards your highest aligned life. If you were to welcome it all, what could that life be like for you? Find out in today's collaboration video where you pick a mystic. Who do you feel has the messages that you need to hear, that you will resonate with the most? Number 1, Tarot Yogi. Number 2, Gold Key Guidance. Number 3, Eagle Eye Tarot. Number 4, Celtic Fairy. Or number 5, Velvet Cat. Take a moment to breathe in and breathe out, so that you can pick as intuitively as possible. And once you have decided, check out the pinned comment or description of today's video to click on the name of the mystic you picked, and the video will fast forward itself to your reading. Just remember that you are the one in charge of your own life choices. We are just the messengers, channeling what your guides and our guides want to communicate at this time. Tarot does not provide all answers. It is simply just one of many tools that can provide confirmation, encouragement, and guidance in our unique life paths. Be discerning as to how you translate the messages to your life, but don't force a message to fit either. If the reading you pick doesn't sound like you at all, you might have not picked intuitively, and I encourage you to come back to pick a different mystic.
Hey, thank you for tuning in with me. I'm Vineet from the Tarot channel Tarot Yogi, and today we are asking the cards, where is your life leading you? So we'll shuffle some tarot and get some answers. Okay, so we have Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Fool, King of Swords, Five of Wands, the World, the Star, Six of Wands, and Nine of Spears, which is Nine of Pentacles in this deck. So what I'm seeing here is you're definitely moving out of a very confusing time in your life, a very confusing time where you couldn't really say who was your friend and who was your enemy. You definitely have dealt with your fair share of snakes. People who would really sort of betray you, backstab you, throw you under the bus whenever necessary, you know. So you're definitely moving out of this space of, living in illusions, living in other people's illusions, even living in your own illusions. So you're moving towards a time of complete honesty, complete honesty with yourself. And I think what this is going to do to you is it's going to give you a brand new beginning, and this reading is about where is your life leading you. And your life is pretty much leading you to a brand new, beautiful start where, you're going to really have self love and you're going to truly know the meaning of love, at all levels and all dimensions of it, you know, and you're moving towards really finding that true love for yourself that you haven't been able to give yourself due to whatever circumstances, people, lessons were sort of put in your way, So you're almost like on the flip side of your life now, you know. And what I'm getting here is we have the Fool with the Ace of Cups. So, this is a brand new beginning, not just at an emotional level, but at like a overall level. You're going to be even moving. If you want a new job, you'll probably get that. You'll move country, states, city, continents, whatever you want. There is a move for you here for sure. You're going to have a very successful rite of passage to your dream life over here, but what I'm seeing here is you've definitely been in this process of really, really clearing out a lot of the muck that truly no longer resonates with who you are. You're very honorably letting go of your past over here, of who you used to be in a very loving, kind, gentle way. you know I think you have been a lot of people in this very life. You've gone through very, very distinct different phases which taught you very, very important lessons, and I think what you were doing is you were sort of searching for love in the midst of all that chaos, but all you sort of got were these sort of perfect illusions, so to speak, over here. But you have finally gained the perceptive ability over here. A lot of y'all could be intuitives over here. You could have some psychic abilities that are really being triggered right now because you sort of have the bird's eye point of view on things. You're not, no one can sort of lie to you anymore. You have the ability to see right through people. And what this is doing is, I think finally in your heart of hearts, you know exactly what you want here. You know exactly what you want and you're going for it. You're no longer in a space where you even need someone's advice or someone's second opinion as to if you should do something or not. You're very much in this go-getter energy of knowing exactly what you want and just charging forward ahead, no matter who is with you and who is not with you. And I don't think you're afraid of conflicts anymore. Not like you look forward to conflicts, but you sort of understand that having conflicts is sometimes imperative, especially when you're trying to gain something. And when you're really trying to gain something of true value, there is going to be a certain amount of conflict. And what you're doing here is you're rising here in the ranks. You're rising up in the ranks over here. You're showing up here as a king of swords. It doesn't matter if you're a male, female, or anything in the middle. You're very much in your king of swords energy. And king of swords, he exactly strikes his sword at the right time, at the right moment to get exactly what he wants. Because he understands the cycle of things, he understands the ups and downs, he understands duality and polarity of life. So I think you have been tossed from one corner to the other. You've really been sort of, you've seen it all at this point. My pal, you've really seen it all, and it hasn't phased you. You haven't lost that loving part of yourself yet. you know you could be an earth angel over here. I'm picking up a very strong earth angel energy over here. But what you're doing is you're very, very close to completing those very, very big cycles. We have the Fool and we have the World card. The major arcana starts with the Fool and ends with the World. So it's a very cohesive reading. You're literally completely shedding a part of yourself. You're completely shedding who you used to be, and you're sort of in the larvae form of who you're going to become. And I think everything in your life right now is mirroring that. You may be seeing signs, synchronicities, you may be seeing feathers, you may be seeing all kinds of, you may be even listening to certain music which is sort of reminding you that you are on this path. So I think you also need to understand that nothing is excuse me, we'll take that as confirmation. So I honestly lost my train of thought, but where I was. So what I'm getting here is you probably have a lot of distractions around you. You probably have a lot of people sort of trying to take you off your path. But what that is doing is it's only pushing you further and further on your path. So what you need to know is there are no coincidences. Yes, I remember I lost where I lost my train of thought. There are no coincidences for you, especially in your life. All the sort of experiences that you've gone through are really, really special. Everything was sort of meant to be, and you were sort of being prepared for what is to come next. So you were acquiring certain skills which you didn't understand at that time why you were acquiring them. But the further you went along the road, it made sense. It made sense. Even the kind of hobbies you have, the kind of interests you have, even that has a deeper purpose and reason to it. And I think you're finally in that space of understanding this about yourself. You're not trying to run anymore. You're not trying to hide from your problems. You're not trying to hide from any sort of confrontation you have over here, because you understand that it is imperative for you to go through that in order to truly transform into the best version of yourself. And we often gaslight ourselves into believing the worst possible things about ourselves. We can gaslight ourselves into truly believing good things about ourselves too, which are honestly true over here. So I think what is going to be a very important thing further for you on your path is, and where life is taking you is, don't ever question yourself, don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever question yourself, don't ever doubt yourself. You know, the sort of divine downloads you're getting, the instinctual downloads you're getting, trust them. Even if your 3D material world doesn't reflect a very easy path forward, you're being heavily guided by your guides, your ancestors, your spirit guides. you know and they're definitely taking you to the right path. Even if you're sort of being steered the wrong way, you somehow come back to course correction where you truly need to be. We have the star card over here, and we have Six of Wands and Nine of Spears. So it's this reading is very synchronistic, and you saw I shuffled the cards in front of you. So it's really beautiful to get these energies, because I feel a lot of y'all feel worn out. A lot of y'all feel very, very torn. A lot of y'all don't know which way to go, what to do next. But the more you the more you try to not stress about those things, and you just sort of understand that you can do things one step at a time, the easier it'll become for you to sort of go marching forward towards your victory over here. And you will be renewed. The star card happens after the tower, the devil. It happens after all these very intense destructions, of the self. And at the star card, you're sort of being renewed, you know. You're really being renewed, and you truly realize that you don't need to have faith at this point. You just know. There's a deep personal gnosis that is happening for you, where you don't even need faith at this point. At this point, you don't even need faith. You just know things. And you just have to sort of allow yourself to be carried by this intuitive nudges that you get, because they are divine in nature, and they will take you exactly where you need to be, even if you can't see it for yourself at that given time. You just sort of have to follow the light over here, quite literally, and what that will take you towards is it'll take you towards Nine of Spears, which is Nine of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles only happens after you reach Eight of Pentacles, and Eight of Pentacles is all about putting in the hard labor work. Eight of Pentacles is someone who's not afraid of getting their hands dirty, and who's just constantly so busy creating that there is no boundary between the creator and what is being created. The boundary dissolves between the object and the subject. And when you really immerse yourself so much into whatever you do over here, it's going to be different for all of y'all. It's a general reading. So whatever you do, my pile, the more you immerse yourself into it, the more you just go crazy about it, that'll just push you further into your Nine of Pentacles, where you will have perfected the earth. You would have perfected material reality, and that is very, very powerful. And that is being in complete balance of all elements in your immediate surrounding, and being able to create a beautiful garden for yourself that you have harvested with your own hands. You have laid every brick, you have laid every plant in your garden, and you have enough to share with others. So you're going to have a lot of abundance, of material wealth, and not just material wealth, emotional well-being. Because I think, my pile, where you're struggling the most is finances and your emotions. And if you just keep following these divine nudges, you will not even recognize who you used to be, but you will come into this brand new beginning. You're literally shifting timelines. That's the best way to put it. You're aligning yourself to your highest timeline possibly existing for you in this lifetime, and that is no easy feat, let me say that. You have supernatural abilities, and you're finally using them. you know and you will truly be independent, and you will also glow up more over here. There'll just be a radiant shine about you. It's not even about the way you look. It's just something you're emanating from within. So now is not the time for you to doubt yourself, because you're definitely moving towards a brand new beginning, the kind of beginning that you want. And let me remind you, you are a very powerful manifester. Yes, there is destiny, but there is free will too. You have to co-create and crafting your destiny the way you want it to be, being completely accountable for the good and the bad, and that's what you're going to be doing. Coming back to what I was saying, there's so much honesty with yourself now that no one can deceive you. Even you can't deceive yourself, even if you want to. Even if you want to sabotage yourself, you're not going to be able to do it. Because this is very much destined for you to really come out of these illusions, come out of these smoke and mirrors towards a beautiful reality that you have created inch by inch, brick by brick. This is really, really powerful. Any other messages? I'll shuffle some oracle, see if I missed anything over here. Okay, we have three cards. We have the unicorn. The unicorn reads infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and the unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become legendary. You have a very destined, unique path. You have to understand that not everyone on this earth has the same thing to do, even if everyone gets the same degree. If everyone becomes an engineer or a lawyer, people are not really here to do that. And the more you step into your authentic self, unicorns are rare. Unicorns are legendary, and you are legendary. You have this iconic status, and I think this is the reason why you have been very alone all your life, because no one understood you and people sort of projected the insecurities onto you and just treated you however they wanted to treat you. But just know that justice is coming. And here we have these beautiful blue. Here we have these beautiful blue butterflies. And I saw a very similar butterfly today. It was white in color with black dots. So you're going through a very intense transformation, and you're going to become the best Pegasus version of yourself. So that is really awesome. You're very close to evolving into like the highest Pokemon version of yourself. So there's no stopping now. And we have the snow leopard, which reads self-reliance. You are strong, independent, and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So, like I said, you are in this energy of, I could tell you, but I would rather show you. And you're going to really show it to people. What you're truly made of, which is this beautiful unicorn rainbow dust. So you're going to really realize your divinity in this very lifetime. And we have a lot of blues over here. We have a lot of blues. So your throat is going to be very, very important. Expressing your truth, speaking your truth, and knowing that you're completely safe and protected at all times to speak your truth. The more you speak your truth, the clearer your throat will become. So focus on speaking your truth and really embodying your truth and really living in your truth no matter what happens, because you will be protected and you will be taken care of, even if you don't see it for yourself in the given moment. You truly have to straddle between the seen and the unseen world over here. You have some very powerful shamanic abilities, my pile. And we have dog, which reads friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm as an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am protected. I am a protector and friend. So I think you are very, very loyal. You're as loyal as a dog. And I think the biggest problem with you has been the very fact that you have been loyal to everyone but yourself, and especially people who you probably shouldn't have been so loyal to. But I think you have learned from that. You have gained some very important discerning abilities. Now you can smell things out like these dogs. I can the nose of the dog is very, very prominent to me on this card. So you will be able to sniff out lies, deception. You're not going to be fooled. You're not going to be tricked. And for the first time, finally, you're going to have loyalty to yourself. And just having loyalty to yourself and having the healing abilities and energies that you hold within yourself, that's going to even catapult you further on this beautiful transformation path to become the highest version of yourself. And that is where your life is truly, truly leading you. And I think this is a very exciting time for you in your life. And I think you need to know that you're not running out of time. You're not missing out on anything. You're exactly where you need to be. And the more you embody being in the present moment to the fullest, the easier your life will just unfold around you, like the beautiful garden that you're creating it to be. Any other messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for my pile. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. And please go head over to Tarot Yogi, check out my channel if you like this reading, if you want to see more readings by me. And please do subscribe to Velvet Cat Tarot's channel. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to your reading. I'm Rena from Gold Key Guidance, and I will be looking at where your life is leading you right now, where it's taking you. And we've got some really interesting cards here. The thing that caught my eye initially is midheaven, the pinnacle, which if you look at an astrology chart, it is the where your middle sky is pointing towards. It's your direction. It's where you're headed towards. And we've got something very grand here, particularly with this awakening card too. It means that at the moment where life is taking you is into a direction of where you're realizing things that you have never realized before. There's almost like new steps that you're taking, new territory that you're walking. And also you're starting to embody a sense of divine femininity. What does that mean? That means that you are able to really embrace yourself in every aspect of the feminine, in every aspect of the mother, the maiden and the crone. Also in every aspect of how the feminine is expressed. It would be how you would be able to mother yourself a lot better, how you'd be able to take care of yourself a lot better, nurture yourself, talk kindly to yourself, taking care of yourself. It's really showing here that you taking steps towards that is actually the best thing that is for your highest good. This may have been something that you didn't do before. And it's only something now, maybe at the beginning of the year or something like that, that you've decided that you want to take more action into doing. So it's almost like you're making a real commitment to yourself, because there's something stirring within you. There's something that's starting to change, starting to transform. It's almost like you're at the stage where you're the chrysalis inside. You're the chrysalis. You're the caterpillar that's morphing inside the chrysalis, and it goes through quite a interesting transformation. It doesn't seem like a very easy transformation for it to become this butterfly. It's probably thinking, what is going on right now? What is happening? So the best thing to do is just to embrace the fact that there is this process of gestation, this kind of way of morphing and metamorphosizing into this beautiful butterfly. But it's this process that you're going through right now. And it's almost like you realize that just walking forward, putting one foot in front of the other, putting one step, just keeping one step at a time, is going to be something that really pushes you into this place of empowerment, and also fulfilling this awakening potential that is happening within you. I am seeing this yellow color, which is like the heart, which is the solar plexus energy. So it's almost like you're having to go through this sense of awakening in respect to assimilating your power. So this is really beautiful. And the reason also why I think that is because you've got Archangel Michael as well, which is courage, strength and protection. Now, Archangel Michael is from the highest order of angels. He is the one who is, or the closest one of the closest ones that are next to what would be considered as the divine, as the ultimate force, or in the kind of texts that are associated with Michael, it's God. So he is the one that would be the overseer and the great protector of any kind of negative energy or anything that would be against the will of God. So it's almost like you have got the biggest cavalry that you could think of behind you right now. But what I am thinking is that I think there is a sense that you might need it, because of what you're going through. There is some essence of you having to really gather up all the strength and everything that you can. And sometimes it may seem that you don't have that. It may seem that you're like, gosh, do I really have it in me to move forward? Do I really have it in me to kind of do what I need to do in order to move forward? Do I have the strength? Do I have the courage? Do I have, I don't know if I have all of those things. And Archangel Michael is telling you that yes, you do. You do have those things, and he is behind you 110%. Really good days to invoke Archangel Michael is Sundays. You do also have gold and this color blue. So these colors, the gold and that blue, particularly like the royal blue, the darker blue, is really, really good. Lapis lazuli is a really good stone to work with on Sundays, and also to invoke the energy of Archangel Michael as well, protective energies. If you wear gold as well, that's also very good. So you've also got here this card from this deck, which I absolutely love, which is from an artist called Raymond Razor, who's based in LA. He's really amazing. And it says, yes, hi, I'd like for everything to stay the same, you know. And you've got this figure here that's, you know, in this suit, so it's almost like kind of a regulated thing, and then you've got this tornado of all sorts of things happening. So it says to me that, like, even though there's part of you that wants things to stay the same, coming back to this idea of the caterpillar inside the chrysalis, you know, being this caterpillar, and it remains as a caterpillar for a long time. The butterfly is quite a short period of time, so it's obvious. So it's like, oh, actually, just me being a caterpillar will be really good. But instead, it kind of gets sucked into this vortex of like change and uncertainty, which changes it into and transforms it into the being that it's really meant to be. So I think that's what's happening for you, for those of you that came to this pile. You're going through this process of transformation, being supported by the divine feminine, but also being supported by the highest archangel energy and supportive energy that you can get, really. And you're heading for the bullseye. So let's see what the tarot has to say. This is an amazing reading already, so I'm really excited to see what the tarot says. For those of you who are wondering what decks I'm using, this is Raymond Rezar's deck, if you just Google his name. And this deck is called the Transmissions from Your Soul. This is called the Activations Oracle. This is the Star Codes Astro Oracle. And this is the Archangel Light Codes Oracle. And I'll be reading with the White Fly Tarot. Okay, so you've got the Queen of Swords to begin with. You've got the King of Pentacles as well. Reversed. Wow. And then we've got the Nine of Cups. We were talking about butterflies, so really interesting. Perfect. I wanted two more. I like it when it happens like that. We've got the Page of Cups, and then we've also got the Seven of Wands. So we've got three court cards reversed. So these could be people in your life, but it could also be very much aspects of your own personality. So what I'm seeing here is that there's a real sense of you, you know, in the sense of how you talk to yourself. That may be something that it might need to be looked at in respect to how you can advance within this situation. This is why Archangel Michael has come forward, and it's interesting that we've got this blue color that's resonant within these two cards. It kind of tells me that there's something about you checking in on yourself and turning this sense of you talking to yourself in any kind of way, or communicating with yourself in any way that is disrespectful or anything that's going to put you down, that needs to go in the bin. You need to turn around and be able to be nice to yourself, even when there are days where you don't think that you're being nice to yourself. And also just catching yourself, the way that you talk to yourself. I think that's really important. If we catch how we talk to ourselves, how we're like engaging with ourselves, is that how we would talk to a small child? You know, talk to yourself as if you're talking really kindly to a small child that you're trying to say something to, and watch how things bloom and develop and change once that happens. You've also got the King of Pentacles as well here, which tells me that there's a kind of tendency, instead of like working towards something that's stable, there may be an attitude of you going towards the kind of like short-term goals or short-term wins. So it's almost like something that you know, for instant gratification, there's a kind of abandonment of the long-term goal, and there may be an aspiration, which you've got here with the Nine of Cups, that you do want something long term, and you do also have the possibility of manifesting abundance within your life. But the most important thing is that you have to not only believe that you can do it, but also look at long game, look at long-term goals and gains, rather than looking at short-term gains. Because it seems to me here that you've got an ability to be able to manifest something quite tangible in your life, and you understand that. But the problem is that there needs to be some kind of stability and understanding that you know, the short term is not going to be the win, you know. So okay, right, sorry, I was just checking my time. And with the Nine of Cups, I really do think that the opportunity for you to like make this happen is absolutely within your hands. And I think that's what you're starting to realize. You're starting to understand that this is something that you can actually make happen. You can actually do. I don't know. I think you might be starting to realize that you have got some kind of power. Whether or not you're spiritual or not, it doesn't matter. It's more about assimilating your power. And that's why Archangel Michael has come into the phrase, because he's like saying, right, you've got to kind of keep yourself in check while you do this. The Page of Cups really says to me that there's a lack of emotional belief about yourself. I do feel like there's this lack of love that you give towards yourself. And there is a sense of cynicism that is happening here, which I think would be really, really good if you could start to understand, or even just recognize that that's something about yourself that you do, and it actually kind of, there's a bit of self-sabotage going on here. So, life is telling you that you are, if you move forward in the respect of you being able to really understand what it is, your gifts that you're being given, you're not at the end yet. You do have high aspirations and goals, and you do have support. You are in a process of awakening. You are in a process of understanding what your true divinity is. And it's almost like understanding the divine feminine and the divine masculine. I mean, what I'm getting here, really, to be honest, I'm getting quite a lot of masculine energy, which is why we're crowning here with the divine feminine. And it's also number 3 as well, which is the card of the Empress. So it's almost like we're really needing to harness that beautiful energy in order to move forward. And then you've also got the number 9 here with the midheaven. So you kind of know where you're going. And the thing is that once you've conquered one mountain, then you want to conquer on the next, the one that's bigger. But you're kind of you're near the end of this particular mountain, which is why there's this awakening card. You're like getting to this point, but obviously there's going to be more coming after that. So I think it's just, it's not just it. If you're thinking, is this it? Is this life? Is this what I'm doing? It's not. And I think that. You understand that. You get that. But I think there's a little bit of cynicism that comes here, particularly when it's distracted by everyday things like social media, other comparing ourselves to others, daily life, work. Things like that kind of like get us into a rut. This is about being able to break out of that and to really look at what it is that you really want and keep your eyes focused on the prize. That's what this is about. You've also got the 7 of Wands. You've been through a lot. So I think you really need to understand that you should give yourself credit for that. Give yourself credit for that. You're being protected. This is all part of the process. This is all part of the stepping stones that you take in order to get to that end goal, to that end, or not even the end goal, that goal at the time, because it isn't the end goal. When is the end, really and truly? So in summary, what I will say is where your life is leading you is that it's asking you to understand where you are right now, to appreciate where you are right now, to appreciate the journey that you've taken so far. Things are not going to be clear. They're not. I definitely can't see any kind of clarity here in the respect of like something really crystal clear, but it will become that way. And what the universe is asking you is to remain open, and also to remain I wouldn't say complacent, but just to understand that you're in a process of not knowing right now, and to trust the process, trust yourself, because that's the main thing, trust yourself and trust who you are, trust the journey that you've been on, trust yourself, and trust that people, or not even people, but divine energy is looking out for you, because it's all around you, and it's surrounding you, and it's cocooning you, enabling for your transformation to occur. I hope you enjoyed that reading, my friends. If you liked it, please do check out my other readings on my channel. But I just wanted to say thank you to Kat for this wonderful collaboration, and do go and check out the other readers. They're all incredible. And I'll see you soon. All the best and take care. Bye.
Hi, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. Before I get started on your reading, last night, my little baby sprouted some flowers. I love that. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because that made me excited. Anyway, so your life is leading you in many different directions, paths, experiences. This reading is going to be talking about where your life is leading you next, the next direction, the next path, the next chapter of your life. Where your life is leading you when you follow the guidance, when you follow your heart, when you listen to your intuition and open yourself up to the universe and all its abundance. Before I get into the oracles and start pulling some tarot, I want to tell you about some channeled messages that were coming through during my preparation, during my meditation on your group. So I seen two sets of clouds. One was a really fluffy set of clouds and it was moving pretty fast. The other set was kind of elongated and it seemed like they weren't moving, but they were just moving pretty slowly. So for some of you, you have this idea in mind, like the straight and narrow path toward a specific direction, and you're going to get to your desired destination. Ten of Pentacles energy coming through. It's just that journey is going to be slow and steady, or this is telling you to take that journey slow and steady. For others, you're not quite sure where you're going, how you're getting anywhere, but you're open for something new, for something different, but there's not quite like some structure there. You're moving fast, but you're not sure if it's the right direction, or you're not even too sure if you're moving fast at all. With that said, I'll say honor your own time of harvest. Everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. Honor where you are in your life right now because you are exactly where you need to be. Another thing that came through was like a cluster of bugs flying together. Like, when you're in the park and you see a bunch of gnats flying together. But instead of gnats, I thought of moths flying at night. So moths could be significant. Also, your dream time could be really significant. I feel like your guides could be coming to you at night, possibly in your dreams, or as like intuitive hits, random ideas coming to you at night, something significant with the nighttime. Owls could be significant. Moon energy is coming through, so your subconscious, your intuition, your emotions, like fourth house energy. The number 4 could also be significant. There was something else here. Oh yeah, something about the home space with that fourth house energy and a mother figure. So some of you could be coming into parenthood or motherhood if you resonate with that. And then a really strong message came through about please know and understand that you are protected. You are cherished by your guides, by your angels, God, Jesus, whoever you resonate with. You are protected and divinely guided. No matter which direction you feel you want to take, the universe will be sure to help you pave that path for yourself. Also, you have the strength and support within you and around you, even if it may not seem like it. There is a strong message about going within to see exactly how much love and support is all around you. Okay, so that's it for those channeled messages that came through during meditation. So I'll be starting off with these 4 oracle cards to get the foundation of your reading, the overall message that needs to come through, and then I'll be pulling from 4 different tarot decks, and I'll be asking about your current energy, challenging energy, supporting energy, and then a potential outcome, aka what this reading is about, right? Where your life is leading you. And there's infinite potential outcomes. This is a general reading, but anyway, we're just gonna get into that. So let us begin. If you want to pause the video to pray, meditate, do whatever you need to do to prepare for this reading, feel free to do so, okay? So, starting out here, we have the spore. Okay, I like that. Wow. Ooh, okay. A lot coming through already. Then we have the thinking woman, number 47. For some of you, could be going back to school or getting deep into some kind of study. Then we have number 16, solar calm with clarify. And then discovering truth. Ooh, I love that with the thinking woman, discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. It's like you are being revealed, something's being revealed to you or through you, through some kind of knowledge, information, wisdom. Anyway, here's the card. Okay. So we have the thinking woman, number 47, number 16. I feel like for a lot of you, this has something to do with your career path, study path, and being strategic in the next steps that you take. This number 16, that's the tower energy. So I feel like where your life is leading you right now, and before you get scared when I say this, just hear me out. I feel like where your life is leading you is some kind of tower moment. However, I feel like you are initiating this tower moment. It's like things are falling away and out of your life to make room for this new potential life that you're trying to manifest, that your soul is calling out. And you're kind of like, okay, universe, do whatever you need to do, right? Or this is saying, open yourself up to that. I say that because we have this solar calm here that's making me think of calm energy, right? We have this thinking woman, that's feminine energy, that's stillness, calmness. Also, the number 47 reduces down to 11. That's the justice card in tarot, and that's about fairness and balance. So taking all that into consideration, I feel like this tower energy is coming through, but not in a way that the tower energy is represented, not in the way that the tower energy signifies. It's like, yes, things are falling away, people, places, jobs, habits, whatever, but it's falling away to help you discover the truth, right? It's helping you discover yourself. It's trying to guide you to go out there and to explore and to collaborate and communicate. The spore, right? The spore talks about connecting to the whole being the universe, this human experience, other people, this collective oneness, and interacting with something bigger than yourself. This is saying you're about to spend some time within, or you are spending time within, thinking things through, healing, trying to figure things out. And now you're kind of in this energy, or coming into this energy of wanting to share all that you have learned and created with others, with the world. So I do see a lot of traveling here. I mean, this person looks like they're about to go on a little adventure, right? Yeah, and it's like one person's going in this direction, the other one's going in that direction. One person is pointing in a different direction. So again, back to that channeled message of everyone has their own unique path, everyone has their own unique challenges, no matter where you go in this world, no matter which path that you take, you will always be connected to the people, places, energy that is for your highest good, even if you're not in close proximity with them. This thinking woman here, you can be male or female to resonate with the thinking woman. This is just about feminine energy and combining that feminine energy with intellect, knowledge, information, with that feminine energy of creativity, wisdom, meditative energy, combining those two things together to transform and create something new. And again, this could require going back to school, getting some kind of certification, or just doing some kind of studying, whether that is at an institution or some kind of self-studying. But I see you being really passionate about something and learning about something that is transforming you, not only you, but the world around you. It's transforming you on an energetic level, and the world around you is transforming because it's aligning to this new energy within you. The people, the places, and opportunities that are for your highest good. But keep in mind, you don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to be 100% healed in order to live the life that you want to have and have the opportunities and relationships that you want. This C on top of this spore is making me think of communication, right? With this spore, creativity, connection. The letter C could also be significant to you, like California. Maybe your name starts with C, or someone significant in your life starts with the letter C. But overall, this is saying where your life is leading you is down a path that has not been paved yet. And that's why for some of you, you do feel a little lost. Maybe, even feeling some kind of like imposter syndrome or cognitive dissonance or something. You feel like you're in unknown territory because there is no path ahead. There's no path ahead because it's you that is creating this path. It's you that is breaking ground. And with every step that you take, the universe is laying down a plank. So you take a step, a stepping stone is laid down for you. You take another step, another plank is laid down for you. So by each step that you are taking, the universe is laying down these planks for you to guide you further and further into the path that you are creating for yourself. Okay, damn, that's beautiful. Okay, let's get into the tarot here and let's get your current energy. Damn, that was really beautiful. I hope that made sense. Your current energy here. Okay, 2 want to come out. That's fine. I'll take 2. Look, bottom of the deck. Strength, exactly what I was saying. You have the strength, you have the courage to get through this. Also, be compassionate with yourself, be gentle with yourself at this time. We have the 7 of Cups as your current energy with the Page of Wands. It's like you see all the different paths ahead of you. It's just a matter of taking that step and venturing off into this new adventure, these new horizons. There's something here about needing to balance spirituality and practicality and not being stuck in this energy of like illusion or delusion, right? It's like, yes, you can have all these manifestations. Yes, you can live the life that you want to live, but you also need to take action toward that direction as well. Let's get some challenging energy here for you. Some challenging energy. The Devil, okay, with Judgment at the bottom of the deck. So a lot of you could be being a little bit too hard on yourself, right? You could be challenged by feeling held back in an environment or at a workplace, feeling like you kind of hit, a glass ceiling. This could be your own addictions holding you back, your own mental body holding you back. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow. Look, we got Justice coming through on the split with the Ace of Wands. I love that. New inspiration, new beginnings. Okay, the number 16 could be significant. But anyway, let's get some supporting energy here for you. Supporting energy. The 8 of Wands. Damn, I love that with the 8 of Cups at the bottom. Yeah, you're definitely walking away from something. This could be addictions, patterns, habits, people, environments that are no longer assisting in your soul's growth. You could be walking away from that, and that is what is supporting you. I love that. I'm going to get deeper into these messages. I just want to get all the tarot out. And then, ooh, Empress energy at the bottom. Love it. Potential outcome. Where's your life? Ooh, geez, your life leading you. Yeah, like I was saying, there's infinite potential outcomes, infinite paths for you. So many cards just came out, but I'm not going to take all of them. Where is your life leading you? The Page of freaking Cups. See what I'm saying with the 7 of Pentacles? Be patient, my love. Be patient. Don't pick your fruits too soon, right? Do what you need to do to lay a solid foundation for these manifestations to come landing on, because the 8 of Wands is a beautiful energy, but it's that fire energy. So if there's not like a solid foundation or some kind of structure for these manifestations to land on, it could be really chaotic, really overwhelming. So get your 7 of Cups in order, right? And venture off into these new horizons. This is your current energy right now. You have come out of something significant, I feel like, for some of you, and you're really seeing and opening yourself up to all your options into the world around you, and it's time to venture off. Like I was saying, venturing off into this new direction. Don't, easier said than done, right? Don't let your past hold you back. Don't let people hold you back, right? The people that are for your highest good are going to support you, okay? I feel like something that is supporting you, there is something that is manifesting for you, and soon. This could be 8 weeks or 8 months. Something is manifesting for you that's going to be very supportive. This can be an investor, some kind of financial gain or something. But yeah, I feel like for some of you, it's your own mental body that's holding you back. Or this could be like some kind of addictions or habits that's making you feel stuck, that's challenging you right now. But I love this as a potential outcome where your life is leading you. Your life is leading you into big surprises, opportunities, curiosity, getting in touch with your inner child, getting in touch with your creativity. I truly feel like you are creating a whole new path for yourself. You're looking at your options, you're seeing your options and the resources that are all around you. You're taking all of those, you're gathering them up, and you are headed into a direction of abundance, of a lot of intellectual energy here. So a lot of learning, curiosity, creativity, a lot of play, a lot of joy. The Page of Cups really gives me this energy of play and joy, and also like peace of mind, solar calm, Page of Cups, right? Page of Wands, even very youthful energy coming through. Damn, I love this reading so much. It feels so good. I don't want to end it, but I'm going to end your reading there. I'm extremely grateful to be part of this collaboration. Thank you to everyone involved. Thank you for letting me read for you. I hope that was helpful. Take care.
Hello everyone and welcome. I am Celtic Fairy Tarot and I am so excited to get into your energy. How would I read your energy as a tarot reader? When I was first approached about this collaboration, I was so excited. I am blessed to be involved with Tarot Yogi, Gold Key Guidance, Eagle Eye Tarot, and Velvet Cat Art Tarot. This collaboration to me is really exciting because it's a lot of different unique perspectives in one, and I can't wait to get into it. All right, let's jump right into how I would describe you as a human, as a tarot reader. The first card we have here is the Blossom card. And with the energy that I'm picking up on, this makes a lot of sense. The first thing I would tell people initially tapping into your energy is that you're a survivor. You have lived a lot of life, and no matter how much concrete has been poured down over you, you have continued to grow through it. I would tell people that you are powerful, that you have an incredible sense of endurance and resilience. I would tell people that you can blossom even in the most muddy and uncomfortable of environments. You are somebody who doesn't like to stay down. You have an incredible willpower, and living the amount of life you have lived, it doesn't surprise me. You have not let it get you down. You have not let it change who you are. You may have bad days. You may struggle with CPTSD and PTSD, but you have not let this struggle change your core values and how you live your life. And that is something to be incredibly proud of, especially in this day and age. Especially in this day and age. But with this Blossom card, I just see like the dandelion growing through concrete, and I see you handing down the wisdom that you've learned to others, whether this is children that you have, whether this is children in your life, whether this is friends or even family members. It just feels like you are somebody who, despite having gone through the struggles you have, you want to be able to provide a safe space for other people. You are incredibly powerful. There's a lot of self-analysis here. There's a lot of introspection that I'm picking up on, a lot of self-awareness. You don't have too much hiding in the subconscious, because I feel like even though it is the subconscious, you dream about it. You get random signs about how you're feeling. That there's just an energy of being incredibly self-aware. And you are a powerhouse in this collective. If you pick this pile, you are a powerhouse. It feels a bit like your personality is quite a bit many personalities. Not in the sense that there's split personalities, but you have acquired a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge this lifetime. And that means you wear a lot of hats. I feel like you would be an incredible parent. You would be an incredible friend. You would be an incredible coworker. You think outside of the box because you wear all of these different hats. I'm seeing the parents from the TV show Between the Lions. And it feels like you just have an incredible all-aroundness about you. You're very well-rounded. That is a better way to say it. You are very well-rounded. And it would do people good in life to listen to you. It would do people good to hear you, because you have a lot of wisdom and knowledge. And you may be young and therefore are not taken seriously. You may struggle with other things and therefore are not taken seriously, or you may just be around people who don't take you seriously because you have a different perspective, and this can oftentimes shut you down. So I would definitely tell people, if they were coming and asking about you, not to disregard you, not to write you off, because you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom within. And I think you very often come across people and are very misunderstood. Let's see if we can get more information here. Yeah, you're often very misunderstood. And I think that if people really took the time that you take with others to listen to you, they would see you in a completely different light. They would see you from a new perspective. It's like, imagine, right? Imagine if Odin incarnated and he spent his entire life as somebody living on the street, somebody who can't afford to feed himself, somebody who's struggling with mental illness, someone who's struggling with addiction. And he has all of this wisdom within, he gave his eye for it. But people don't take him seriously because he's covered in dirt and he has no money. And it kind of feels like that. I'm not saying you're covered in dirt and have no money, but it kind of feels like people are judging you rather than hearing you and listening to you. And so I would tell people that if they want to have an open, intimate relationship with you, if they want to have a close relationship with you, that it's important to not disregard you, and it's important to not project onto you. Okay? All right, spirit team of this wonderful collective, how would I pinpoint this question? Let's see. Please tell me a little bit of the energy of this collective. Ooh, thank you. We have the Three of Swords. And I'm noticing every time I pull this card, this particular Three of Swords, I notice the dragons all around, and it kind of looks like they're protecting this heart space, even though they're fighting and creating like a fireball. That's not how I see it on this card. I really see you as somebody who has been through what you've been through, and it has made you more empathetic and more compassionate. It has made you want to stand up for the underdog more. And I feel like you are somebody who takes no shit. You take no shit. If someone were to come to me and say, how should I respect this collective's boundaries? I would say, don't even poke them. Don't even poke their boundaries, because you have created these boundaries out of experience. It's not like you are reading out of a book, you know, how to get my shit together or how to fix my life or how to place my boundaries. You've really learned this in a almost virtual reality way, right? It's like, how do I explain this? I want to bring that through, but I need words. I'm seeing like Harry Potter when they're playing chess and they're actually sitting on the chess pieces. And as one chess piece takes out another chess piece, they're in the mix of it. And so it really feels like you've had to learn your lessons the hard way. You've had to experience life the hard way. And so while you carry this pain, you also carry quite a bit of wisdom, knowledge, and experience. And again, it's a shame if people make you feel small. It's a shame if people don't want to listen or hear what you have to say, because your advice is gold and it was very well learned. Okay, you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot, and I would tell people that you got yourself to where you are now. You are incredibly independent, even though sometimes you can fall into emotional codependency. You are very capable of self-soothing. You are very capable of moving on from a toxic situation, even if it, you know, was wanting to make you crumble. There's this stoicness about you. There's a power about you. There's an endurance and resilience about you that you may be taken out for a minute, but you never stay down. You will always come back, and you will always choose your heart over anything. Okay? Spirit teams of this collective, please give me a little bit of insight into their overall innate energy. We have the sun. Beautiful. You're someone who also doesn't like to leave problems unsolved. You could be someone that loves watching conspiracy documentaries, but then by the end of them, you want to like take on the world. There's just this energy of no stone left unturned. You don't like to leave problems unsolved. You don't like to walk away from unclosed situations. You like that closure. You like to know that you've done something productive, or you've solved somebody's pain, or you've solved somebody's hurt. With this blossom card here, I'm also noticing this individual handing the star to this individual. And it just feels like what you have, you want to give. You are such a light in this world. You are such a safe space in this world. Wow. You are the sun. Here comes the sun. Thank you. Wow, King of Cups. And we have the Four of Swords. Okay, with the King of Cups here, I would say that you are someone who has likely struggled with toxic masculinity in your life. And this doesn't matter what gender you are, what gender the person was. It just is the energy, the toxic masculine. And I feel like you have undergone this, and you have really given yourself the healthy masculine energy that you need, the standing up for yourself, the protecting for yourself, the providing for yourself. And it may not be as powerful as you'd like it to be right now, but you are incorporating this healthy masculine that your inner child has been looking for within. With the Four of Swords here, not only are you a safe space for yourself, but you are a safe space for others. You're not obligated to be, so don't let people drain you. But you are, the way you vibrate naturally, I'm sure, when you walk into places, even if it's the supermarket, even if it's, a state park, people notice you, people see you, and people gravitate to that energy. Three of Swords, please. We have the Six of Wands. Wow, yeah. I would also tell people, once again, the struggle never changes you. You are like a rock. You are like a rock. Your beliefs are set in stone. You could be a Sigma empath, or resonate with being a Sigma empath. It just feels like your rules are your rules because you have figured out that they work. You don't like anybody else's rules. You're like, these rules make no sense. Throw them out. I don't like them. I like my rules because they respect me, but they also respect others. And the rules that other people are giving me seem to only respect them and not me. And so there's this energy of this fighting warrior that's also capable of being the most nurturing, safe place that you can think of. There's a duality here. You are building yourself. You are building your spiritual gifts. You are building your creativity. You are building your inner world so that you can, in turn, shine that outward. The sun, please. And you have not, I would tell people that you have not been treated with the respect that you deserve. And it's important, again, if you want to be close to this collective, it's important to be respectful of this collective and to listen to this collective. Give them a space to speak. Give them a space to exist authentically. We have the Ten of Swords under the sun. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this duality. We have the sun. We have the Ten of Swords. You have seen darkness. Yeah, I just heard do the next right thing from Frozen 2. You have seen darkness. You have looked evil in the face. You probably have a lot of Scorpio in your chart. You have seen it in this collective. You have lived life. You have seen things that other people couldn't fathom seeing. And you have not let that change your core values. I think there could be a struggle with mental health. I think there could be a struggle with trusting the people around you. But you have not let this change your core values. You try as hard as you can to choose love every time. Wow, powerful, powerful soul you are. King of Cups, please. We have the Hanged Man. Yeah, you know what I'm noticing about this card is the Hanged Man's hanging there and all the dragons are looking. And they're not really helping, right? With the King of Cups above it. I feel like you've really had to pull yourself out of this tricky situation. Tricky situations, because I feel like there's more than one. You've had to be that masculine energy that you needed to help guide you. I don't think you had the proper masculine energy to help guide you. And it feels like the people around you kind of watched you fall into the holes you fell into and watched you struggle with your mental health and watched you struggle with your trauma without really doing anything about it. And I feel like there's this part of you that is like, just what about me? What about me? I would tell somebody asking about you that this person is about to glow up. Let them. That's what I would tell them. Give them the space. Give them the time that they need to really focus on bonding with self, working with self, bringing self back to the forefront. I would tell somebody that in order to have a successful relationship with you, oh, I'm sorry. I feel a sneeze. Nope, lost it. Okay, so I would tell people that in order to have a healthy connection with you, they need to give you your freedom. They need to give you your space. They need to not require of you, because enough people have required of you. No more. Require of them now. Okay? I would say that if you're coming into this person's life and you have the intention of draining them, don't come into this person's life. They don't need it. That's what I would say. Four of Swords, please. Thank you. Yeah, we have the Death card. You're in the midst of a transformation. We see the shedding of the skin here. I would imagine that this feels heavy. So I feel like you are not only feeling vulnerable and raw quite often, but you're also feeling weighed down. And I think this is the CPTSD. I feel like this is the flashbacks and the cycling thoughts and the intrusive thoughts and the lack of feeling safe. There's a journey here with your spirit team. Your spirit team is very much with you every single day. There is not a moment of every day that you don't have a member of your spirit team with you. So use that to your advantage, kind of like school or classes. You know, dear spirit team, what can I do today to help myself? What is the first step I should take to bond with self? Things like that. And your spirit team will bring in that star, will give you that opportunity to bond with self or to help self. I also think it's important to really focus on your physical. So if I was going to tell someone how to help you with your mental health, or how to help you with addiction, or how to help you with getting out of depressive states, I would tell them, bring you for a walk, encourage your physical movement, even though it may feel painful, even though it may feel stagnant. Physical movement is required here in order to get that stagnant energy out. So I would encourage them to take you rollerblading. I would encourage them to take you on a nice hike or a walk or things like that, have you sit by the water, have a picnic by the water, do things creatively, painting, things that stimulate the mind, but in a different part of the mind. I would tell people that, how do I say this? I feel like when you say high maintenance nowadays, it's a bad thing, but I don't see it that way. I would tell people that you're high maintenance, and that if they can't step up, then they should let you be. That's what I would tell people, because I feel like in the past you have been required to play small, or dim yourself down, or cut away your needs in order to satisfy other people. And your spirit team doesn't want to see that for you anymore. They want the high maintenance. They want you to place those boundaries and require that high vibrational energy to be in your life. Okay. Back of the deck energy is the Two of Pentacles. And this is balance. She's balancing these two dragons here. And I just feel like that again. I feel like you have blossomed from the concrete before, and you're going to do it again. Right now, you are in a period of stagnancy. I can feel it. Right now, you are in a period of back and forth anger and sadness and feeling stuck. This is what I'm picking up on. But keep incorporating this healthy masculine energy, because I feel like you bring it in for yourself when you are backed up against a wall or needing to protect yourself. But there's also this energy of like coaching self, right? Coaching self. When you're on the couch and you're in the midst of the freeze response and all you need is a cup of water, but you can't manage to muster up the strength to get that cup of water, coaching yourself internally. We can get this cup of water. Come on, we're going to get up. It's going to be good for us. We need to provide ourselves with this cup of water. Things like that. Really looking to you to help you, because again, I pick up a very independent emotional being, a person who is very dependent on themselves to help balance their emotions. But I'm also picking up on somebody who has for quite some time been expected to care about the needs of others versus the needs of you. And I think sometimes this healthy masculine energy can be put out towards other people, but it lacks within. So it's good to stick up for our friends. It's good to protect and provide for others, but it's equally as important to protect and provide for ourselves, especially our inner children. Okay? Yeah. Wow, it's like the underdog. It's like this, right? So imagine somebody went to college. Wait, I'm seeing an army obstacle course. I don't know why I'm seeing a military obstacle course. Okay, so we'll go that route. So imagine you are in boot camp, right? Imagine you're in boot camp. And there are soldiers there who went to West Point, and they, are highly trained, and their parents were in the military. So they've learned things that you haven't learned. And you get there and you start to feel inadequate, and you're like, oh my gosh, I know nothing about this. I just want to protect my people, but I don't know anything about this. You are going to be more interested in learning, more interested in observing. You're going to be the one out there on that obstacle course at 3 a.m. in the rain training when nobody else is, because everybody else thinks they already have learned what they need to learn, or they already have built themselves the way they need to build themselves. And I feel like throughout life, you've really had to pull yourself up. Like I keep seeing this individual pop up and grab the rope and pull themselves up. And it feels like you've had to learn things the hard way, but it's not acknowledged. It's not acknowledged how powerful you are with the people around you, how intelligent you are with the people around you. And oftentimes that can make us feel a lack within ourselves. Really bond with self. Journaling is important as well. I remember when I was a teenager and I was transferred to a whole different school in a whole different state, in a whole different area. And I didn't have my parents with me, and I didn't have my sibling. I had nobody with me. I had family that I was close to, but not really close to. And I would journal because I was struggling with mental health and seeing things like I do. I see the dead, I see spirit, I see colors, things like that. And I was made fun of for this in that environment. But little did I know, I thought I was just crazy. I thought a whole list of things. Maybe I'm just wanting attention, just like they said that I was wanting. But as I got older and as I started to learn how to harness these spiritual gifts, I was like, I was being made fun of for being powerfully connected to spirit. So there's this energy of needing to see and know your worth despite the projections of others. I would tell people that if they're coming into your life, they need to see you, really see you, not see who they think you are, but really see you. That's what I would tell people. I would tell people you're incredibly compassionate. You're incredibly nurturing. You are a safe place to exist in, but you also take no shit. You are regal. You are noble. You are spiritually gifted. You are somebody who would give the shirt off your back. You're an incredible human. You've been through a lot. I just heard the song, All My Friends Are Heathens, Take It Slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. I feel like there's this part of you that's always misunderstood. When I was a teenager at Job Corps, I was at Job Corps in Exeter for a little while. And it was horrible, but I was there. And I was very quiet. I was a very quiet teenager. I was loud when I needed to be, but I kept very much to myself. And I often can hold the greatest bitch face you've ever seen. So when I was there, I was really kind of a loner and I stayed off to the side. And when people did talk to me and they did like my energy and I did build a connection with them or a relationship with them, they were like, wow, when I first met you, I thought you were a snob or I thought you were a bitch. And I'm like, really? Because that's just my trauma response. That's just my protecting self response. It's not a judging, even though other people who may have been a little bit insecure perceived that as me judging them or me thinking I was better than them. But that wasn't the case. I had just come across so many people who hurt me that it's hard and difficult for me to get close to people. So I think you could fall victim to this projection quite often. Quite often, I would tell people to take it slow with you, to treat you with the respect that you deserve, because that hasn't been the case for you. I would tell people to listen to you because you have massive wisdom to share. I would tell people that you are not crazy. You are incredibly connected to spirit. All right, I'm going to leave that here. I'm sending you so much love. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and until next time, bye.
So if you chose me, Velvet Cat, then this is going to be your reading. And before I get into what the answer to your question about where life is leading you, I'm going to start with some tarot cards to show who you are, to confirm that you picked the right reading. It'll be like who you are and what you've experienced in life, what your life has been like so far. And the cards that we have are the Empress reversed, the Tower, the Three of Cups, the Four of Swords reversed, and also at the back of the deck, the Ten of Swords. So what I feel from these cards is that you could be the type of person that's always there for others. You wouldn't think twice to lend an ear, lend some support, lend some advice. But then when it comes to you needing this back, either people haven't been returning or you don't ask for it. And you also might not provide it for yourself either. Perhaps even if you are surrounded by others, you might feel that you're alone, that you're misunderstood, that you can't trust others, that they'll disappoint you. Or you might hold on so tightly to your friendship circle, to your loved ones that you have accepted into your life, that you do feel a connection, a reciprocation, that you guys get each other. You really cherish them. You don't want to lose anyone. I feel like with the Tower here, perhaps in your childhood or at some point in your life, home kind of broke down. Home was not the place that you felt safe in. There was often chaos, or you had to leave the home. And I feel your glimmer of hope that thrives in life, that wants to live. You're not the type to just whittle and die. Like usually the Eight of Swords is a card of feeling isolated and stuck, like not figuring out a way out of something. But I actually feel for you that this shows your strength, that you are someone quite strong, quite capable, determined. You don't let things hold you back. And life could also often be like up and about with the Four of Swords here. This is a card of introspection and spirituality. And so with it being reversed, some of you could be distant from something like this. This could be what you don't trust actually for some of you. Like you don't trust the universe. You don't trust spirit. You trust your friends. So depending on where you are, how you've manifested your life, since this is a general reading for many different people that could be watching, that's why I'm providing those different story examples. And so if that sounded like you, then keep on watching. Now we're going to get into the answering the question for you. Where is life leading you? If you were to listen to your heart, the signs surrounding you, challenges you face, your intuition, and your guides whispering through every person, song, quote, dream, story. Wow, I'm actually really inspired and in love with your reading. It feels quite special and magical. See, immediately connecting this reading with how we started using the other tarot cards to confirm that you picked the right pile. I see these two cards, building blocks and no place like home. You are being led towards a safe space, a place that you can call home, that you won't feel like you'll lose it at any moment, that you'll get to feel comforted and actually over the years, over time, build it up towards like a dream home, whether you already have your dream home in mind or not. Because of how this little house looks like the one from the movie Up and how the house flew up into the sky because of the balloons. And here we have the little house. It actually also kind of looks like a little birdhouse and it's way up high in the sky. So like a little birdhouse, like a little fairy house. I feel that you could want to make your home quite magical. And some of you might even like build it up from scratch. It'll take time to get there, but it'll be possible. And another reason I'm also saying it'll take time is because of how building blocks looks like apartments from actually like a bit of an apocalyptic film. And then next to it, we have the really cute home, safe out in space, in heaven, away from worldly chaos. If some of you actually don't want a home, this could actually be like, and I mean home by like house. This could actually be a penthouse or a little townhouse, little cottage in a secure and inspiring community. Since we have the cards here of innocence, mouse and buttercup, and protection, skunk and magnolia, then I feel that this message here is actually for some of you about your future child. And that's also kind of shown here in the romance and connection card and also the nurture card, how it looks like a person being birthed. So if this is about your future child, then I see you're going to be quite protective of them in unconventional manners, perhaps even as like, or maybe not unconventional manners of protection, but also like the way you raise them is unconventional because of how a skunk is a unique creature that expels a scent to scare away other creatures. And I feel like your child is going to embody your traits as well. You might have a childlike nature and curiosity and sense of humor and innovation. With the building blocks card, I feel that you have been preparing to either be a parent or work with children. That's where your life lessons are leading you. And some of you perhaps are actually pursuing education for this. Then with the Break the Chain card, Ancestral Patterns, Healing, Rewriting the Future, I feel like this is also about not repeating your parents' mistakes or keeping yourself stuck in loops of their flaws that now you could be absorbing, that you could be embodying. What are the parents you've noticed in your family? Your parents and grandparents. Becoming aware is where we can start to be different. Just because your parents and grandparents or whoever you know has lived a certain way doesn't mean that you will also live that way. Whatever family background you've come from, you are not a statistic. And you'll come to this realization by getting out of your cave. Because the way to expand our mind is not by staying in the same location, staying with the same, seeing the same people, doing the same things. We expand when we meet new people, hear new stories, learn new things, see new cultures. Then the next cards that we have are number 9 that says Broken Heart, clarified by the Two of Wands reversed and the Star reversed. These show that you've had your share of heartbreaks and heartbreaking over the years in love, family, and friendships, where some of you reached a point of losing faith in humanity and love. Others of you retreat from interactions altogether to protect yourself, while others of you see yourself in a negative light, which causes you to take certain actions and make certain decisions based off of that illusion. And this is your life challenge that could also be connected with the Break the Chain card. Whatever you've done in the past, whatever you've done yesterday, you don't need to keep doing it today or tomorrow. Or whatever people have done, however they've disappointed you, you don't need to then categorize everyone as being the same, because you could lose yourself in that. And I see that spirit, your angels, your guides, are trying to lead you towards a life of pleasure and opportunities if you let them come in. If you clear away your mind from the unhealthy view of your life lessons and keep your heart youthful, lively, compassionate in a world that gives in to anger, justifying karmic actions and basically trying to eat the weak. I can already hear some of you actually saying that you don't want to give in to being weak. Well, to be strong, challenge your comfort and ego to be an exemplary leader. In a new place, meeting new people, trying something once again that has perhaps not worked out before, but trying it in a new way, and dedicating yourself to nurturing these new seeds. I feel that you are planting some new seeds, at least those of you that have already pushed yourself out of your comfort zone and made these changes. You've planted some new seeds in those people that you're meeting. Wherever you're living now, you're grounding those roots, and incorporating health routines into your life are also part of aligning you with your future pleasure and opportunities and future love or soul friendships, depending on what it is that you want. See, with these cards being romance and connection and harmony and resolution, this confirms for those of you that have been seeking love that you've either met or they're out there. And they'll bring harmony into the relationship that could at times feel like you guys are too good to be true. But the way to brush away that doubt is through how you can work together to figure out solutions. This nurture card and also the healing card here and the purity card are guidance that for this relationship to work, you'll both need to be at a certain level of mental and emotional healing. And no, I don't mean you both have to be perfect to be happy. Preparing in mind, body, and soul is so that neither one of you runs away or projects the past into the present or carries an unrealistic vision, trying to take control. This union feels divinely timed and protected. But again, since this is a general reading, if you're either not seeking love at all or you're already married, then I see that you're being led towards harmony and resolution from any disconnection between you and yourself, or between you and your partner, or between you and others. To accept yourself as you are, and then your life can transform as you make empowered decisions, not disempowered, fearful ones. And what's quite interesting is this next section of the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Moon, and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel that there's an aspect of your future that's quite unexpected and mysterious, but that's kind of hinted at with the Pleasure card, in which you're going to cross paths with someone, whether it is your relationship or a friend, or also for some of you, your child. Someone you know could open a doorway for you towards a life you can't even envision right now. A life that feels unrealistic. And the only way you'll see the signs towards this are by being in your best of mind, body, and soul, cleansed and strong, and keeping your inspiration and childlike nature flowing. So, what stood out to you in the reading, and what did you resonate with? Let's talk about it in the comments. If this is your first time on my channel, I hope you click like, subscribe, and share the video with someone you would like to wow too. For more pick a card readings or videos that can spark your creativity and courage in pursuing your dreams, I've created specific playlists in my channel and linked videos I recommend in the description. You might also want to turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos, since YouTube no longer shows you all your subscriptions. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!